have our official out here. The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Your official, David, introducing first from San Francisco, California. She is the sweetest girl in the world, Sweet Caroline.
Welcome one and all. This is PrideStyle Turn the Tide. And while the sun has set only moments ago, it got a lot brighter here at Mujeres in beautiful San Diego, California.
Very beautiful.
David Lawmaster on the call, alongside the professional wrestling professional Dino Marks
Ahoy,
and
hoy.
Mayor 𝗦𝗪𝗘𝗧
I'm a fucking bear.
And as we saw back in March, Sweet Caroline with a strong first impression in her debut against 𝗬𝗪.
Indeedly. Let's continue that momentum in their second appearance in a PrideStyle ring, along with the ever-comforting tones of the greatest singer in the world, Neil Diamond. Brace yourself, San Diego.
Better sing. See that guy in the back that wasn't singing? Throw him the fuck out of here.
I think he just did.
Mandatory fun here at PrideStyle / West Coast Pro.
All a joy, that Sweet Caroline.
And introducing her opponent,
Caroline, of course, representing the West Coast Pro Training Academy.
swimming from the deep end. He is the biggest shark in the
But in similar fashion to her West Coast Pro classmate Miko Lana, being thrown to the wolves of the Sharks in this case. As Nick Xander makes his way to the ring.
Nick Xander back in action after suffering defeat at the hands of 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 in a unsanctioned match, one that was harrowing and heart-wrenching to be sure.
And many are wondering, after that match with 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, what is next for Nick Xander? In his words, the company doesn't care what's next for Nick Xander. They got what they wanted. They got his match with 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, but now he's right back down the card. He is not happy about it. Tonight, it just happens to be Sweet Caroline. It's going to be the first stepping stone on his path back to the top.
I think Nick Xander's still a liar. I don't have a lot to say about this guy. He got what he deserved, and yeah, he's tricked a lot of people recently, and he'll never trick me. Everyone is right to do this.
Caroline unfortunately catching his trade. Welcome to PrideStyle.
Our official trying as they may to clear the ring so this match can begin, but you could see Nick Xander relishing in the vitriol coming from the assembled crowd here.
After everything he suffered through, after all the losses, all the hardship, it fuels him. It motivates him.
Wow!
Caroline has no time for it. She's here to make an impression. She's here to pick up a win here at PrideStyle. The same way Miko Lana was able to for the first time earlier tonight.
Quite an arm from that Sweet Caroline. That thing probably hit 70 mph.
Incredibly athletic, coming out of the West Coast Pro Training Academy. The fastest graduate in their history. 9 months between her first day of training and her in-ring debut. The potential is undeniable. But she wants to live up to it in a PrideStyle Pro ring.
So yeah, this is just happening, huh?
How do you mean?
I mean, like, is there anyone in the back who can help this referee? He's got a job to do.
We got some assistance from
Diana?
Some PrideStyle faithful taking samples and a real piss poor throw from our front row participant.
Lucky fans got struck by Nick Xander.
But as the ring is finally cleared out, Your third contest is underway. The veteran Nick Xander against the rookie Sweet Caroline.
For those watching at home, don't be fooled like I was. The man in the Carhartt overalls is not our producer, Milhouse.
Caroline Chan to start this matchup, not bad.
And Bobby, your disdain for Nick Xander is very obvious, and arguably there's some of it I can agree with. But looking at this objectively between these two competitors, who do you give the edge to here?
I give the edge to the veteran. I give the edge to Nick Xander. I've seen him beat a lot of people. I never said he was a bad wrestler. I said he was a liar.
I think we see this strength advantage as well on display here, and the more of that sour disposition that we've come to expect from Nick Xander.
Now, Caroline definitely impressed us last month. We know she knows how to fight.
Now going low, single leg takedown. By Nick Xander, bringing Caroline back into the Indian Deathlock.
See that? Xander was saying he wanted to do a test of strength and did a single leg because he's a liar. It writes itself.
Caroline, though, making use of her flexibility, trying to work her way out of this hold, and she will, but right into the hammerlock by Xander. Xander quick to underestimate his opponents no matter who they are.
Xander seems to have the time of his life.
You know what's funny? The Nick Xander of even last month would not be jogging around like that, wouldn't be smiling like that. It's wild that he found the most success when he cut off these antics. He's paid for it now. Caroline able to get the boot up, ascending to the second rope and off with the Hurricane Rana.
Boom, onto the ground.
That was a hell of a Hurricane Rana.
Oh, roundhouse kick.
Tries for that signature Sweet Dreams kick. Xander just inches away from a knockout.
Yeah, that almost took Nick Xander's nose clean off.
Oh.
Ah, a little deathlock over their own.
As mentioned before, Caroline skilled on her feet and skilled on her mat. A black belt and quick 𝗏𝗏 Korean martial art. Now going for a ride on the back.
It's a bucking bronco.
Language.
Bucking.
Round she goes with the T-Hera, sending Nick Xander into the corner. Nails the kick. Creates some separation and in with a Caroline.
It's always really impressive when you see, especially these this younger class of wrestlers, they use their bodies as weapons. They don't just do holds, they don't just do throws, but they'll literally just throw their hip back and hopefully they don't get injured.
Nick Xander's mind is his greatest weapon. Able to catch the cross body. Caroline, though, sweeps the legs out from under him. Ooh. And of all the kicks we've heard tonight, that one's got to be one of the loudest.
Goodness gracious.
Looking for the Slinky Dog dash. Caroline, though, has other plans. Caught in the 𝗏𝗂𝗧.
Oh, there we go.
And up to the stop.
Beautiful reversal by Caroline.
Crushing the ribs and midsection of Nick Xander.
But as we've seen over his past few matches, you got to work a lot harder than that to take Nick Xander out.
Yeah, he can definitely take a lot of damage.
A real cockroach.
See, that's the second compliment you've given Nick Xander today.
As a wrestler, yeah. I'm extremely impartial commentator.
Depending on who's in the ring. But that being said, Caroline ascending to the top rope, eyeing up Nick Xander on the floor. Tries that double stop off the top rope.
Trying to murder Nick Xander.
I want everyone to know this because it's not really something that's obviously stated. When you miss a double stomp from the top rope, you don't just lose momentum. That hurts your ankles, that hurts your knees, that hurts your hips, hurts your lower back.
And her face is hurting just as much after that flying forearm from Nick Xander.
So she's working against a lot right now. Some people think, oh, you missed something. No, your body pays for it when you miss.
Nothing sweet about that.
Inelegant but effective. Goodness. There's
nothing the ref can really do about it because apparently the only thing that's illegal is a closed fist.
I feel like we had a couple of those hidden in there somewhere.
Yeah, you love to see it.
No.
Nick Xander, of course, getting his last reps in before his match out of this world, challenging the Wind Dragon, Dustin Wynn, singles competition. Certainly against a striker like Caroline, this is good preparation.
Oh,
He's going to get through Caroline first.
But once again, Xander taking his eyes off the prize, playing with his food. It's only a matter of time until Caroline can mount a comeback. Now Caroline able to reverse the whip, sending Nick into the corner. Up and over he goes, grabs a hold of the waist, into the O'Connor roll.
Whoa.
Hoisting up Caroline Beast, planting him with the Thunder Bomb.
Nick Xander can't believe it and takes it out on the bottom rope. What does Nick Xander have to do to close out this matchup?
He's got to think of something big. Has to reach down to that bag.
I don't think we see Nick Xander look pensive often enough.
No, not very often, and the jeers from the crowd woke up that familiar attitude that we're used to seeing. And will it cost Nick Xander the match or be the fuel he needs?
Well, that's been the story of Nick Xander's time here in PrideStyle. Cathartic highs in the lowest of lows. Now working his way back up the ladder here at PrideStyle. But Caroline's in the same position with so much to lose here in her second ever match here at PrideStyle. Now lighting up Nick Xander with these kicks. Trying through the soul butt, but Xander able to catch it.
Whoa, oh my goodness.
Oh my lord!
Fisherman suplex on Nick Xander.
Look at that bridge. Oh, you know we love a good bridge.
10s across the board, but only a 2 from Ref Dave.
Beautiful technique. Oh, says you gotta go.
Caroline now to the outside. Eats the forearm from Nick Xander. Scary place to be. Out on that apron. With Xander in hot pursuit. Shown out on the apron. Eats a kick from Caroline.
Oh, Nick Xander's not really where you want to be right now.
In a compromising position. Thrown out.
Absolutely.
Between that top and middle rope. Caroline up on the top. What does she have in mind here?
I think we're returning to the stomp situation we saw only moments ago, and bam! Yes, indeed, he do.
Double stomp to the chest. Not just driving those boots to the chest, but crashing into the canvas.
Yeah,
Great thing about Caroline. Enough to pick up the win? No, not yet. It speaks to how bad Caroline wants this, what she's willing to do to pick up that first win. The winner, lose, she has won over the San Diego crowd.
Most of them.
Firing off the hands, falls up with 2 kicks. Soul butt to the gut. C factor.
Oh no! Blocked.
Hands from under him. Nails the PK. Nick Xander now in control. Bringing Caroline back up to her feet. Cross-legged Falcon Arrow. He calls it Sky's End. Covered by Nick Xander, but only a 2.
Now, a lot of people, that would have been 3, but yeah, Caroline, she's tough. She's still relatively new to PrideStyle, but she's not new to fighting.
Uh-oh. We got Nick Xander prowling around the ring like a burglar.
Oh, what a surprise. Nick Xander's going to do something dishonest.
Taking that turnbuckle pad off.
And rubbing his unthinkable scent on it.
Or Ref Dave.
Ref Dave. Get your eyes open, sir. Whoa!
Gets that boot on the bottom rope, able to delay it. Tries for the suplex, though. Caroline doing everything she can to fight it off.
Good block from Caroline there. It's very smart and very, very necessary.
Back and forth we go. Nick Xander with a hold of the waist. Xander, though, sends into the exposed buckles. It's Caroline now with a small package. The pull off the upset to pick up the win. No. Xander back up to his feet to meet Caroline. Eats the C factor. And will this be enough to pick up the win, gentlemen?
I hope so.
How in the world? Nick Xander kicking out just in the nick of time. Nick Xander looked tired.
But Xander, though, exhausted by the offense of Caroline. Taking the low road didn't work out. Now he's going to have to think hard if he wants to take out Caroline. Ooh, with a little extra momentum, nails that cyclone kick.
Ooh.
Tries to the springboard, but Caroline smart to it, gets the kick up.
Well scouted. Oh, look out, front row.
Neck first to the ropes, but nails the kick on the way in. Caroline is an answer for everything. Nick Xander has his back.
Oh
Not
my
that.
goodness.
Steps over the wrist lock into the DDT. Hang on, what does Nick Xander have in mind here?
Caroline dangerously close to the edge of the ring. We'll see what, oh my goodness, what in the?
Hamstring, deadlift, sit out, power bomb. Unbelievable by Xander. It's what he needs to pick up the win.
That was incredible.
Wow, what in the fudge?
I'm gonna talk about innovative. Holy shit!
Yeah, a whole new arrow in the quiver of Nick Xander. What an incredible finish to this matchup.
And look, we've said a lot about Nick Xander, a lot of it's true, but it's hard to believe like that gives me hope for Nick Xander, that he can leave this era behind and choose the right path to take his way back up the ladder here at PrideStyle.
I wouldn't do all that. I wouldn't go putting a lot of stock into that.
What do you think? You've known Nick Xander for a very long time. You've seen the ups and downs. Where do you think Nick Xander was?
I think, you know, the matchup against 𝗦𝗫𝗃 a month ago was kind of the end of a chapter, and we still have a lot of the similar and rude behavior, to say the very least, from Nick Xander on display here. But just with the performance in this matchup here tonight, I think we're on a new road. Where that road will lead, only time will tell.
But take nothing away from Sweet Caroline, keeping up with a veteran of the PrideStyle Pro roster in the form of Nick Xander.
Nick Xander with some ribbon dancing for those assembled here at